Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? We are here, Trainer Talk Tuesday. Got some good information for you, some stuff that's gonna kick off tonight. So listen up, see what we're gonna tell you all about, and hopefully you can join us again later this evening for another live video.
Yes, guys, hello and happy Trainer Talk Tuesday. Now, we know that exercise is good for us, right? Everybody knows that working out has benefits, but can exercise actually help prevent COVID-19? And that's what we want to talk about today. And with the numbers rising pretty much everywhere, and where we are located currently in Indianapolis, Indiana, we are a hot spot. I believe we are in the top 10 for outbreaks in the country. So we are definitely up there, guys. And I want to make this correlation that I believe that we're number 11. And you guys can look this up. I might be a little off. I'm not sure of the exact numbers, but I believe we might be a number 11 in the country as far as obesity is concerned. And this is no coincidence, guys, that we are about the same numbers as far as obesity and as far as COVID outbreaks are concerned, because there is a direct correlation between our health and this disease, this virus, all right? So we want to just jump all in. And before we get started, I want to say that these things are to complement what is already being advised, okay? So we're not going to get into the details of this, but obviously, like the hand washing, wearing a mask, things that are being promoted can help the spread of COVID-19. We have mentioned in the past proper nutrition, keeping your stress levels low, getting adequate amounts of quality sleep, vitamin D supplementation, zinc supplementation, different things like that are going to help with the prevention or the recovery of COVID-19, but today we are specifically going to talk about exercise.
Right, so with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and jump into it. And what you're gonna notice too, if you have been following us with our trainer talks over the past few months, is that a lot of these things always run in together. We just kind of figure out a way to kind of approach these conversations from a different manner, but it still ties back to some of those same fundamentals, those roots it's always gonna go back to. So first and foremost here about what exercise can do as far as COVID-19, it improves your mental health, first and foremost. And right now, if you're in the Midwest or you're anywhere who is experiencing winter right now, then you know that the days are very, very gray right now. There's no sun, there's no vitamin D, there's not much to really feel excited about. So when that occurs, what your body naturally wants to do is get into a more of a depressed, suppressed state, and that causes you to start to naturally lower your immune system. So your mental health is very important, because if you can stay mentally focused and engaged on whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, then that'll keep your immune system nice and strong, because your body overall is just in a position to constantly put out positive energy, positive hormones to keep your immune system and everything in a more of a good position.
Yep, guys, and we know that with this pandemic has come a ton of stress. So anything that you can do to combat that stress is going to benefit your mental health, and exercise is one of the best ways that you can do that. It's a positive thing that you can do to get all these health benefits that we're gonna go over, but then also to just kind of clear your head, guys. So much is going on, and this can be something that you can do for yourself to get away from the chaos that this year has brought everybody, and to focus on your health, your goals, your mental health, and just time away, whether that's from, working from home, homeschooling the kids, trying to figure out your finances, whatever your stressors look like, that can be your getaway, and it's a healthy choice to make because of the benefits that we're gonna go through now.
Right, and again, guys, everyone is going through a bit of this. I don't care how rich you are, how rich you may not be. Look at just the past NBA season we had. Of course, I love the NBA. I followed along within the bubble where they had all the players down at Disney, but not all, but a lot of the players talked about struggling with mental health during that time. Yes, they were being catered and pampered to and so on, but your normal routines have been so abruptly interrupted that trying to have some sort of normalcy is causing a lot of people to experience breakdowns. You're losing income on top of it. You're helping your kids with their schoolwork. They're all doing e-learning, and a lot of this new ways of teaching, these methods, I see it online all the time. It's hard for a lot of people. We didn't learn these different type of, like formulas and so on like that kids are used to solve problems and everything now today, on top of you still trying to figure out what new income you can get, or just maintaining your income if you didn't lose your job but you just been sent to work from home like a vast majority of everyone else here in our country. But the mental health portion, seeing that everything is so out of whack, there's nothing normal to any of us right now, keeping your mental focus and keeping your health state mentally is crucially important.
Yep, and this is all going to kind of play into each other. So getting into number 2, guys, exercise actually boosts your immune response. So it's going to increase your immunity and your immune system function. So in short, it's going to help recruit highly specialized immune cells, such as like natural killer cells and T cells. And these cells find pathogens or viruses, all right, like COVID-19, and they wipe them out. Exercise helps with that. And a study actually showed that there was an increase of immune cells in people who just took a 45-minute brisk walk, that their immune cell function increased for 3 hours after that walk. So it doesn't have to be something super high intense. It's just being intentional about your physical activity for 3 hours after that intentional movement, intentional exercise. You can reap the benefits as far as your immune system strength is concerned. That's crazy.
It's big time stuff right there.
And I guess I'll also mention with that it is up to 3 hours. So after that, the effects are going to die off, which means that everything that we preach is true, that you need to have a consistent exercise routine. So you can't just exercise one time and expect to get all the benefits. This has to be a lifestyle change for you to really get the full effect of what it does for the immune system.
Yeah, absolutely. Just like she said there, I don't really think there's much to add to it. Just, guys, movement is crucial. Again, I know it's just exercise, and when you think of being healthy or trying to keep yourself from, gaining some illness, you think about some type of medication that you're taking, you're ingesting something for the most part. But it really just starts with how fit and how well your body is overall, so that your body can be in a position to, before you even get any of those things, you can fight it off right from the start. So therefore, your body never even becomes infected because your immune system is so strong. And when we talk about boosting your immune response, that's exactly what we mean by that, is that your body can react faster to when these things occur. So if you do come in contact with someone that may have the flu or something like that, you're less likely to become sick because your immune system is stronger, and those cells, your system can respond a lot sooner to fight off a lot of those germs before they can infect the system.
Yep, so guys, you're less likely to catch whatever's going out there, whether it's COVID-19. Studies show that people who exercise are less likely to get pneumonia, influenza, okay? So there's a history of this with viruses. And if you do catch it, as Nate mentioned, you're more likely to recover, and you're more inclined to have less harsh symptoms if you do get sick. So not only do you recover faster, it's not as taxing on the body as it may be for other people who are in a weaker state. And that brings us into number 3, which is that exercise decreases inflammation in the body. And I know if you guys have ever watched us, you hear us talk about inflammation a lot because it's such a big deal. And typically we talk about inflammation in relation to your diet, your nutrition, all right? There's different inflammatory foods that can cause inflammation in the body. And we always suggest that you stray away from those foods or eliminate them completely. And this is another way to kind of help combat that. So if you are someone who has autoimmune issues or any type of inflammation, whether that's like arthritis or joint pain in general, even if it's not arthritis, if you have pain in the lower back, that's typically inflammation. If you've had a past injury, all these different things. If you have swelling of the fingers, the ankles,
any of the joints.
Yep.
Any of the
Anything,
joints. So
guys.
Knees, all of that. So even when she talked about the lower back, all of your joint areas that your trainer, if you work with a trainer or if you know a bit about what we're saying here, any of those areas where you're feeling a lot of discomfort that you shouldn't, then that means your body is suffering and is dealing with some sort of inflammation.
Yep, guys, and basically inflammation makes it harder for your body to fight off disease, okay? If your body is incredibly inflamed, your immune system is going to be inflamed, so it's going to be weakened, and it's not going to be able to fight off disease, illness, viruses to the same capacity that it was designed to. Just straight up, short and sweet there. Get rid of the inflammation in the body, and separate and apart from your nutrition, exercise is a great way to reduce that inflammation in the body and to fight off viruses.
Yep, so pretty much what number 3 is the complete opposite of number 2. So number 2, we talk about boosting your immune response. Well, if your body has a ton of inflammation, you're gonna be decreasing your immune response. So your body isn't going to be able to react. So everything that I just said prior, now think of that in complete reverse. So now you come in contact with someone who has the flu, now your body can't react and fight off those germs as quickly or even at all because your system is so suppressed due to the amount of inflammation you're dealing with. And when it comes to the exercise portion, that's one of the main cool things we love to tell new startup clients who we work with is that, hey, you can see a 10 or 15 pound weight loss just early on. And it's not real weight loss, but it's the inflammation that person could be carrying in their body from putting so many things in that are inflammatory, like the gluten, the dairy, soy, alcohol. You guys know what those are. Refined sugars. So once we start to pull you away from those things that not only causes your body a ton of inflammation, it suppresses the immune system. Now you will see that your body will naturally start to slim itself down because now your body can be more hydrated. It's not retaining and holding on as much water. So you will see that you will start to naturally just shrink down a bit. And even though it's not a ton of weight loss, it's very good for going to number 1, your mental health, for you to be able to see some of that progress early on, and it's going to make you and motivate you to want to continue on with the process.
And if I want you guys to picture if you've ever had an external injury before, so whether you sprained an ankle or you stubbed a toe or anything like that, right, guys? The body responds with inflammation. And I know that you guys have had some type of injury, small or large, where you have had inflammation in the body as a result of doing harm, injuring yourself. Now I want you to picture that, how that looks. If I were to get my finger stuck in the door and it swells up real big, that's what's happening inside your body everywhere. So picture that swelling that happened to your finger or your ankle or whatever it was, and picture that on the inside, all over your body, all over your organs, everywhere. It's literally the inside of your body is swollen. And so naturally, things aren't going to be working as efficiently as they should be if it's in that state, right? If I were to, get my finger stuck in the door, you notice how much you really need that finger when you can't use it anymore because it hurts, right? Same thing in your body, guys. When you have that type of inflammation in your body, you're not going to be able to use the body and all its function the way that it's supposed to be used because it's in a weakened state, all right? It's the same thing. And specifically revolving around COVID-19, we're gonna get into the last one here, number 4. There was a very recent study done that shows that exercise can prevent or reduce the severity of what's called acute respiratory distress syndrome. And you guys are probably like, yeah, so like, big deal. I've never heard of that before. It doesn't affect me. Well, if we actually look at the statistics that we currently have regarding specifically COVID patients, this ARDS affects 3 to 17% of all COVID patients. And you might think, well, that's not that much, Larissa, like again, big deal. But the CDC estimates that 20 to 42% of all COVID patients that are hospitalized will get this acute respiratory distress syndrome. Okay, so then now it becomes a big deal. When 20 to 42% of COVID patients who are put in the hospital are going to most likely get this, and exercise has shown to completely prevent it or to at least reduce the severity of it, why the hell are you not exercising?
And guys, you know, and I'm not comparing you or everyday folks who is pretty much watching this video to pro athletes, but that's the one example that we have seen people who are getting this virus, that are contracting it on that level. We're seeing it happen in large groups within certain leagues, mainly the NFL right now. But you're seeing that the players are coming back within what, 1-2 weeks. They go through the little quarantine process once they're cleared to come back and play. But their bodies are recovering a lot faster than a lot of people who are typically not in the same condition. I'm not telling you need to be a world-class athlete for the most part, but I am telling you that those athletes, being as fit as they are, having those strong immune systems after they contract the virus going in, they're able to recover and not suffer from the ARDS that Larissa's talking about right now.
Or just like these long-term symptoms and effects that so many people are reporting, guys. Most COVID patients are ill for a month or longer, and when they recover, there's been so many reports and so many people coming forward saying months. We're talking 4 or 5 months in that they're still having issues. Okay, guys, that's the difference. That's what we're talking about. We're not saying that this is going to completely, like, you know, keep you safe from catching COVID. That's not what we're saying. But we are saying that it's going to reduce the chances of you getting it potentially, but it's absolutely going to help you recover. It's going to help you recover if you were to become in contact. I mean, it's just common sense, guys. The stronger your body is, the healthier your body is, the more it's going to be able to fight off things that are coming its way that mean harm.
Right, so, and what was the first thing that we all learned when this thing was started to cause like mass hysteria all over the world? The healthier they say you are, people who are healthy, they were going to be less likely to fall victim to it. You may contract it, you may be more asymptomatic, so on and so on. But you, like young folks, you guys are going to be fine. Your body, your immune systems are already strong. But for the older generation who are now starting to get up in age, maybe you haven't taken care of your health as much as you needed to up until that point. So now you are in a position where your immune system isn't able to respond and do and function. Let's go back to that word function, the way it's supposed to. So when your insides are swollen up, pretty much, that's what inflammation is. Your organs and everything are being, the way that they're supposed to be functioning is severely reduced, causing you to miss out on a lot of things. So then when you come in contact with a virus like COVID-19, it doesn't always end well for you. And that's just to say it how it is. So taking care of your health,
It matters,
exercising,
guys.
eating properly, drinking the right amount of water, making that the main fluid that you're intaking every single day. Not coffee, not juice, not sweet tea from McDonald's, but water, actual fresh spring water. If you can't get fresh spring water, hell, get the purified water. Just drink water. You need a lot of water in your system. You need those fresh fruits and vegetables, those natural fats, healthy proteins, all of these things that causes your organs and your whole body to function the way it was designed to. And when a lot of you are out here living a life that we're living, we already listed the numbers as far as just the obesity here in our country, and then within our state here in Indiana. Like, we need to get on top of these things.
Guys, like we said, it's not a
Your
coincidence.
Your health is your number one priority. A lot of people have told us my whole career, you know, I can't do this because I got kids. I got to take care of my family. I have to do this. And I'm like, look, I understand those things, but if you can understand this, the more you invest into yourself, that time, that whatever it is you want to consider, that investment that you're putting into yourself, the better you are, the healthier and stronger you are, the more you can produce for your family. So if you're worried about being there for your children, being good for your children, being a great parent, well, if you're healthy, you're feeling good, and your body can move and go out and do all the things, have the energy that you're going to need to have fun with your kids and help them, you know, have experiences that they can hold on to forever, then you're going to need to feel good. You're going to need to have a healthy body. So you need to take care of your health. COVID-19 has shown us all of that. If you haven't caught on, that's what this video is about today. Putting your health first. You don't have to sign up with a trainer. You don't have to go to a big fancy gym, but you do need to be you need to be very, very, what's the word I'm looking for here?
Intentional.
Yeah, you need to be very intentional about the things you're putting into your body so that you can get the right things out of it.
Yeah, and I'm going to repeat this because I think it's so important. There is no coincidence that the number of, or where I guess Indiana is ranking as far as COVID outbreaks is to par with where we rank for obesity levels, okay? There is a direct correlation between the two, which is why, you know, studies show with COVID-19 that a lot of people who are contracting it and who are having very harsh symptoms had pre-existing conditions and were most likely obese, overweight. Okay, guys, it matters. Your health matters. And again, we're not saying that this is like the cure or anything. We encourage you guys to wash your hands, practice proper sanitation, wear your mask, be smart. Don't go into like overly crowded areas. But your nutrition, supplementation, especially the vitamin D, and exercise. Keeping your stress levels low as much as you can during this time. Getting good sleep as much as you can during this time. Really focusing on those things, it's going to help. It should be used in addition to what's being recommended to the general public. So we're just offering you guys another viewpoint here of how you can control some of these things. All these things are within your control, and I know there's so much that we can't control right now, so control what you can. Do the best that you can with what you have now and what you're able to do, because honestly, exercise is a privilege. And anybody who truly can't do it, or can't do it like you and I, whether they have a disability or they've had, you know, an accident where they have lost limbs or anything like that, those people will tell you that exercise is a privilege. And here we are, so able to move our bodies, and we choose not to. And it's so sad, guys. It's so sad. So we want to do our part. And I think the best way for us to do our part is to extend an opportunity for you guys to safely get into a workout routine, which means, you want to explain this more? We're going to start offering our boot camps.
Yep. So, as I said at the beginning of this video, we were going to lead up to something. And tonight, if you're able to, come back, join us right here on this same page at 6:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. for a live boot camp. See, we're going to offer 2 of these a week now going forward. We had this in a private group, but we decided with everything that's going on, so many people not having an income right now and still wanting to be able to access this information and still wanting to do something, we don't mind it. We're going to do it anyway. So we said, why not do it with all of you? So every Tuesday and Thursday, 6:30, 7:30, we're going to be hosting live boot camps.
Eastern Standard Time, guys.
Eastern Standard Time. we're going to be hosting live boot camps right from our page here, Never Settle Fitness.
For free, guys. This was a paid subscription that we decided to, you know what, we're going to add more value, more content to our paid subscription virtual training club, so we can afford to offer these 2 live weekly boot camps for you guys for free. No cost. You don't have to do anything but show up.
Yep, that's all you got to do. Everything else will be handled. If you're worried about you can't do this or do that, trust me, there's going to be a lot of instruction in the videos. But saying that there, every Tuesday, starting today, is going to be more of a beginner's workout. Trust me, my more advanced folks, you're going to be able to get a great workout too on Tuesdays. Don't worry about it. But our Tuesday workouts are going to be more informational, where we're going to do a lot more talking about how this movement should look, how it should feel. That way, when you're performing it at home, you know exactly what it should look like because you can see us doing it. But then you should also know where should you be feeling this at as well. I know that's not something you're able to get with a lot of the DVDs and so on. What's on it is on it, and they can't really engage it there for you. But we're going to do that. And then on Thursdays, we're going to be right back here for the same thing, but it's going to be more advanced. We're going to add some bands, some weights. We're going to add a little bit more variety to it, so therefore we can push and challenge you guys to really get to another level and continue to challenge your bodies the best way that we know how to.
Now, guys, and for that beginner's training circuit, that Tuesday class, we're also going to provide modifications. So we'll show you 2 to 3 different modifications, a beginner, intermediate, and advanced way of doing the exact same exercise.
Yes.
So that's what when Nate is saying, hey, if you're more advanced, you're still going to get a great workout. I think the main difference is, the informational, the educational, the modifications, but then also you're going to get longer rest periods because we are going to take time to explain things more in depth. We're going to pretend as if you have never worked out before in your life, and we're going to explain things in that manner. So you'll get longer rest periods as we're doing that explaining. Again, advanced people can still get a great workout during this time. But the advanced class on Thursdays, we're going to assume that you know how to do these movements, which means that you have been a seasoned athlete, I guess, not, someone who has been working out for your, many years or many months now, and you know what you're doing, okay? We're gonna assume that you know what you're doing, and we're just gonna go right into the workout with little to no explanation. So in the advanced class, if we say, all right, we're gonna do a push-up, we're just gonna get down and do a push-up, and we're gonna, like I said, assume that you know what a push-up is, how to do it, and the modification that you need to get it done. In the beginner's class, we're going to tell you what a push-up is, demonstrate a push-up, demonstrate, a beginner's push-up, an intermediate push-up, advanced push-up. So that's gonna be the difference, guys. I think beginners, this class is gonna be great for you, but as an advanced seasoned athlete, you can really do both of them. And as someone, since these are going to be a weekly thing, every Tuesday and Thursday from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, once you get, a month or 2 of the beginner's class under your belt, you're really going to be able to jump right into that advanced class. And with the beginners, all body weight, guys. We're not using any weight but your own weight. We do ask that you provide an open wall space and a sturdy elevated surface.
Yeah, something like this bench we sit down here.
And if you don't have a bench, think things like, your dining room chair or an ottoman, okay? Things like that are not going to move and that are not going to be shaky if you were to put weight on them. In our advanced class, as Nate mentioned, we are going to start incorporating different things. So you'll need the open wall space, the sturdy elevated surface, but we're going to start using moderate weights. Maybe that's bands, maybe that's, just dumbbells. We're not going to get too complex in the equipment. We'll keep it pretty standard. So people at home, if you don't have access to weights, and I know during the pandemic it's been really, really hard to get your hands on dumbbells or, barbells or plates or anything like that in general. So let's say you guys don't have the dumbbells yet, but it's something that you want to invest into in the future for this class. Canned goods. Okay, it may not be the heaviest, but it's an extra weight that you can use that are going to be similar. Laundry detergents, make sure they're the same size. You can hold those, they have handles on them. Even for some of the movements, books.
Mm-hmm.
Putting books in a backpack, all right? Loading it up that way. There's different ways that you can get clever to use weight to increase the difficulty of what we're doing in these boot camp classes.
Yeah, and guys, I'm very excited about it. Tonight is already set. It's already scheduled out. So if you just scroll down this page, you will see that workout. That countdown has begun. We will be back here in a few hours to take you through that. And when I say take you through it as well, that means we're going to be doing this workout
with you. We do it with you guys.
The whole
Everything.
hour, every single damn repetition we're going to perform with you. So don't feel like you're left out. And also we're going to ask that you engage in the comment section. Cheer other folks on. There's going to be other people, maybe someone in Texas, maybe someone out in Arizona, a couple folks in California, Florida, all over the place. There's going to be people in that room, and you guys can all motivate each other and, just cheer each other on as you finish up those sets. Keep yourself just motivated throughout the 1 hour class. So that way you can kind of build and have some social time as well. Yep. And probably meet a new friend or two, yep. Or maybe you can meet your future spouse.
You never know. We are known for hooking up people through exercise.
Man,
so
they thinking about dropping something in the oven too, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
All right, so I'm not gonna even say their names now, but you guys know who you
weren't
are.
Supposed to anyway.
You guys know who you are. We are known for playing Cupid and bringing people together through exercise. So we love you guys. You know who you are. We don't have to say your names, but I think the great thing about our boot camp classes, in addition to everything that we already said, is that, guys, this is a safe way for you to stay active for a lot of different ways. One, you can do it from the comfort of your own home. And so you don't have to go to a big nasty gym and be surrounded by a bunch of people who aren't wiping down the equipment if you're not comfortable with that, okay? You don't have to wear a mask when working out because you're at home, guys, and this is a big deal for a lot of you. You can be safe in your home. And
make your husbands and wives get up too. Get the kids in there too.
Get everybody involved.
Tell your co-workers, your moms, your dads, your brothers, your sisters, your BFFs. Share with everyone. All they have to do is have a Facebook page and go Never Settle Fitness, and then just join in at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and hang out with us for an hour and get a good butt whooping.
Yep, and I will say we're going to post this on our Facebook Never Settle Fitness page, but we will repost it to Instagram later on so you guys can kind of watch the replay. The replay will be available for anybody if you cannot join us live, but we really would love for you guys to join us live if you can, and as we mentioned, build that community. But I think another great thing that Nate kind of touched on, unlike your at-home workout DVDs that you have, we're live, which means in between reps and sets, we are engaging with you guys too. So if you do something and you're like, man, this just didn't feel right, what can I do? We can respond to you and help clarify some things as needed. Now, depending on how many people are live, we may or may not see your comment. You might have to write it multiple times so we see it. But guys, that's a big deal. You're getting one-on-one personal training essentially. Even though a lot of people are on at the same time, we can cater to you if you are asking questions frequently enough, if you're participating frequently enough, and we're able to see it when we take rest periods. We can address your personal needs live for no cost, for free. That's a big deal. Nate and I have been in the industry for a very, very long time, and I'm telling you, there's not a lot of trainers who are doing this. There's not a lot of trainers who are willing to invest their time into you for no cost. And we're not asking for anything in return other than you just showing up, having a good attitude, and hoping that we play our part to make you a little bit more healthier, a little bit more fit, and potentially, prevent the stress of this virus, or enhance your recovery time if you were to contract it. So guys, we're just doing what we know how, what we specialize in, and we're trying to share our gifts with the world to make a difference, especially during these hard times. So make sure to share with anybody and everybody you know, because I'm super excited about this, and I hope you guys are too.
That makes at least 2 of us here. And if you're excited, hell, we don't know how many. So, hey, thanks for showing up. Thanks for listening in. Hopefully you guys took all that information in as far as how exercise can help you with the COVID-19 pandemic right now. And if you're serious and if you want to really get started with that, join us later today at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another live 1-hour workout video done here with yours truly. And like we said, we're gonna go through the entire workout with you. So not only are we gonna show you what to do, we're gonna perform the exercise as well with you.
You might get some good laughs, okay? You're gonna get a great workout, but you might get some good entertainment too. Who knows? Who knows what could happen?
Yeah, who knows, guys? But that's it for this week's Trainer Talk Tuesday. Looking forward to seeing all of you back here tonight at 6:30 p.m. for the live workout. But yeah. Anything else you want to add to it?
No, guys, if you're watching this on replay, go ahead and hashtag replay. And if you do plan on joining us tonight, go ahead and let us know in the comments by saying I'm in or dropping that flex arm emoji so we do know that you guys are planning on joining us. And as always, never give up.
Never lose hope.
Never settle.
All right, see you at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The sun ain't out, but these guns are out.
And on that note, goodbye, guys.